Hello, it's Miss Cara from the Coventry Public Library, and we're glad you can join us today for our pencil holder craft. So we have a pencil holder for our craft today. So if you picked up the materials at the library on Wednesday or Thursday, you got a bag that looks like this, and it has the supplies in it. The only extra thing you'll need are a pair of scissors and some school glue. So wherever your school is taking place this year, or wherever your learning is taking place right now, a pencil holder is something you can keep on your desk at home. So it's something you can have to keep your pens and pencils or ruler inside on your desk. So I'm going to show you the steps. In the bag, if you picked up the kit at the library, this is going to be the base of the pencil holder. So it's plastic. And I left the cap on because the cap is actually, I took it off, but this is what I put the glue in, so it didn't make so much of a mess. And then you're left with this to make your pencil holder. And then you also have in the bag tissue paper. And then these are for the end. Everyone got a pencil to start in their pencil holder once it's dry. And then in the little bag there are some gems and sequins and a ribbon, which will be used to decorate after it dries. So first I'm going to show you how to make the pencil holder part. So for this part you're going to need scissors, the tissue paper, the pencil holder, and some school glue. So like I said, I put this aside, and then in the white cap I took off the cap and added some school glue. So any kind of white glue you have at home, you just put a little in. You start with a little because you can always add more glue. So you put some glue in the cap, and then your bag also should have come with a paintbrush. So after you cut your squares, your tissue paper, you want to cut it into, I'll show you what size, probably about this size square. You can cut them bigger. It takes longer if you cut smaller squares, but I found it easier to work with the smaller squares because tissue is tricky. Once your hands get glue on them, it gets sticky and the paper can stick to your skin. So you just have to be careful, and you just take a little bit of glue. So now you have your school glue in the cap, and you get your paintbrush and put a little bit of glue on it, and then you hold the tissue piece and then you glue it down. So very carefully you hold one corner, and then you put the glue all over the top, and then you keep going and you paste and paste. You can make a pattern. This bag had pink. You could do all the same color tissue. If you had different color tissue paper at home, you can make any style you would like. I made all different colors on mine. So mine was all different color squares. So you're going to fill the entire, you could just do the front, or you could fill the entire plastic container, whichever way you'd like. And then at the end you're going to take a very thin coat of glue if any of the ends are sticking up. Like this one dried, this little piece was sticking up, so I can go back and put more glue on it. Okay, so very gently you're going to layer the tissue and cover the plastic. And so that's step one with the glue and the tissue paper, and you let that sit and dry for a little while. And then any of the pieces that are sticking up, you put a little more glue to paste them down. And then you're probably going to have to wait a little while. You can do some reading while you wait, and come back to your pencil holder once it's dry. And then you can use the pieces in the small bag that was in the lunch bag to decorate. So like I said, there's gems. I did use some gems on mine. Some of the gems might stick on their own if they come on a clear paper. You can just stick them on. Some you might need to glue. I added sequins. For those, you just put a little dot of glue, and then you press it on and let it go. So you can decorate. You can leave it with just the tissue. I add a little sparkle to mine with the sequins and the gems. And then also in that bag is a piece of ribbon. And if you'd like, you can take that ribbon and tie it. And tie it right around the top of the holder, like that. And then you make a bow. And you can have a ribbon and a bow on the top to decorate as well. If you have other materials at home, anything you'd like to decorate, you can use. But like I said, the most important part is to use the tissue and the glue and let that sit and dry before you add any sequins or the ribbon or anything like that. And then you might want to let it dry a little more so the sequence stays on, and then you can add your pencils. So you can add pencils, markers, dry erase markers, whatever you're going to need for your desk. So thank you so much for joining us today for our pencil holder craft. And don't forget, the library is open. The Coventry Public Library is open for checking out books and magazines and movies to take home. And we have lots of back to school or school stories, friendship stories, counting to 100, any type of book you'd like to check out for getting back to school. So we hope to see you soon at the Coventry Public Library. Thank you.